Hola, amigos. I have a question for you. What do they do if you die down in Mexico? Now, this question may have never crossed your mind, but it was in the front of my mind at one time last year. And if you stick with me for a few minutes, I'll tell you how that came about. Come back with me to March 2020 when we were just starting to get news of this strange virus coming out of Wuhan, China, and making its way across the Pacific in cruise ships. Now, I wasn't paying much attention to the news at that time because I was frantically packing my van. And I was frantically packing my van because my wife, Mary Jo, was paying attention to that news, and I knew if I gave her enough time, she would build up enough steam to exert her veto privileges on the trip that my friend Keith and I were planning down to Baja California, the Laguna Ojo de Liebre, to get up close and personal with the gray whales that winter down there. Well, we did get packed up and we did get off early the morning of March 8th, and we crossed the border. We made it through the maze of streets and bureaucracy that's Tijuana, and we headed down south on the toll road there toward our first stop in the Parque Nacional Sierra de San Pedro Martir, where Keith intended to see the astronomical observatory and I intended to see the condors that they've released down there. Turns out we didn't get to do either of those things, but we did take some nice hikes in the snow. We camped in the snow, got up in the morning. I used the nastiest portable toilet I have ever been in my life. They say travel is a growth experience. There you go. We headed back down the mountain through fields of wildflowers, through scenic Mexican towns, on south to our next stop, Catavina, which is in the middle of this spectacular boulder field that rivals Joshua Tree, except here they've got bujum trees and giant cordon cactuses. There we saw a big old rainbow. We saw prehistoric pictographs. We saw an owl back up in the canyons. I bought some carrots at the market. When I got home, my Mexican neighbor told me owls are bad omens, but we didn't know that at the time. We got up in the morning, we headed on south, a short day's drive to Guerrero Negro, where we had our reservations. And by the time we got there, my stomach was not feeling too good. So I thought a Coke might settle it down. We went into Mario's restaurant. I ordered a small Coke and a large plate of camarones mojo de ajo, shrimps in butter garlic sauce. We finished those up, went over to the hotel, and by that time, the storm clouds were rolling in, and it was clear to me that the Coke did not help my stomach, and probably the shrimps didn't either. And I'll tell you, my friends, the next 24 hours were unpleasant, and I'm not going to share the details with you, but I did pick out a few details, and I put them into a song that I will share with you. So here you go. It's pouring down buckets in Guerrero Negro. Nobody's taking the boats out today. The water's knee-high outside of the hotel, and I am as sick as a dog anyway. I wanted to see the whales from Apanga. It's the end of the season, I heard Sherry say. With sickness and storms, that's not likely to happen, but mañana's always another day. It's pouring in Baja Sur, streaming out of the sky. Nothing is going according to plan, and I feel like I'm going to die. The house on the corner is taking on water, in spite of the sandbags they've piled on the porch. Someone's called in the city pump wagon, but the harder they pump, the harder it pours. It's pouring in Baja die. Cherry is working the phone in her office. Whale bones and photos fill up the shelves. She takes no shit from American tourists. Business in Baja does not run itself. It's pouring in Baja, streaming out of the sky. Nothing is going according to plan, and I feel like I'm going to die. Maid comes around with some sort of potion. I drink it, why not? Can't feel any worse. What do they do if you die down in Mexico? Drive your dead gringo ass home in a hearse. It's pouring in Baja, streaming out of the sky. Nothing is going according to plan, and I feel like I'm going to die. Well, that was my song, Guerrero Negro, about the trip down to Baja last year. And you may deduce that I did not die in Baja. Keith and I in the van all made it way back up. I did get to see the whales, and I'm looking forward to the chance to take Mary Jo back down there and show her the whales. And in fact, I recommend for any of you that like a little adventure in your travels, go down there. Call up Cherry at Whale Magic Tours in Guerrero Negro, and she'll take care of you. Tell her JT sent you. But if you go down, I have some advice. Number 1, stay out of the portable toilets. Number 2, if I was you, I would steer clear of the rock carrots. And number 3, just to be on the safe side, I suggest that you avoid Los Bujos, the owls of Baja, California. Good luck with your adventures. This is JT Boring signing out. Hasta la vista, amigos.
It's pouring in Baja, streaming out of the sky. Nothing is going according to plan, and I feel like I'm going to die.